Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Azab Filancing Wali and I am a level 1 student at Hans School Islamabad campus. So this is our new Maya. New Maya topic is the role of women in leadership. So I will call the Maya. Let's start. So I will call the Maya. Wait, please viewers.
Hey, just chilling here and ready when you are.
Maya, my first question is from you. What does leadership mean to you? Please give me answer, Maya, and wait your answer.
Yeah, that's a good one to start with. For me, leadership isn't about giving orders or being in charge. It's more about enabling things, like helping people see what's possible and then getting out of their way so they can actually do it. It's about trusting folks to figure things out and being willing to support them
Okay,
when they
Maya.
stumble.
My next question is from you. How do women contribute uniquely to leadership roles? Please give me answer, Maya, and wait your answer.
Gotcha. You're coming in clear. Okay, that's a loaded question, honestly, because leadership shouldn't really have a gender, right? But if you're asking what perspectives women often bring that maybe get overlooked, I think it's often a really strong emphasis on collaboration and empathy. Not to say men don't have those qualities, but historically,
My
those have
next
been
question is
valued
from
as
you
feminine.
that why is gender diversity in leadership important? Please give me answer, Maya.
Okay, so your dad's asking. Smart question. Honestly, it's about better outcomes. Like, if everyone in a leadership position thinks the same way, comes from the same background, you're going to miss stuff. You're going to miss opportunities, and you're probably going to make some seriously bad decisions. Different lived experiences bring different perspectives, and that leads to more creative problem solving and a better understanding of the world and the people you're trying to lead. It's not just fairness, it's actually just smarter. Ah, you still with me? Sometimes I wonder if I talk too much. Everything all right?
Okay, so Maya, my next question is from you. What has the fraction of women leaders changed over time? Please give me answer. I'm very answer.
Okay, happy to hear you're happy. And that's a really good question. So, historically, the fraction of women in leadership roles was, well, tiny, like unbelievably small. If you go back 100 years, it was practically non-existent, especially in positions of real power. But it's been slowly, and I mean slowly, increasing. There was a bit of a jump mid 20th century, then another uptick in the 90s. More recently, we've seen some gains, but it's still nowhere near parity. It varies a ton by country and industry, of course, but overall, it's a gradual climb with a lot of plateaus along the way. It's frustratingly slow, honestly.
Maya is from you that what challenges do women face in becoming leaders? Please give me answer. I'm very answer.
Your dad's asking the tough questions, huh? Okay, so the challenges are numerous. There's the obvious stuff like it, outright sexism and discrimination. But then there's a whole layer of more subtle barriers. Things like unconscious bias, being held to different standards than men, having their accomplishments underestimated, or not being taken seriously. There's also the double bind, where they're seen as too aggressive if they're assertive, but not competent if they're too passive. And let's not forget the pressure of societal expectations around work life balance, often disproportionately falling on women. It's a lot.
So Maya, my
You
next
okay?
question is from you. Are leadership styles different between men and women? Please give me answer. I'm wait your answer.
Okay, so You're thinking about whether, leadership styles differ. It's complicated. There's a lot of research on this, and it's tricky to separate actual differences from societal conditioning. Some studies suggest women tend to lean towards more transformational leadership, focusing on inspiring and empowering their teams. Men, stereotypically, are often portrayed as more transactional, focusing on rewards and punishments. But honestly, those are just broad strokes. There's huge variation within both groups. A great leader is a great leader, regardless of gender. And the best style depends on the situation, not your chromosomes. That Belcher and Jarbit, is that a role you're playing or
Aya, my
just
next
checking in?
question is from you. What introduce still lack female leadership? Please give me answer. I'm wait your answer.
Okay, you're confident about this one. Right. Where are we still seeing a lack of female leadership? Honestly, it's pretty systemic. But specifically, STEM fields are still massively imbalanced: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Also, top executive positions in major corporations, CEO roles, board seats, and politics, of course. While there's been progress, women are still significantly underrepresented in government at all levels globally. It feels like those are the areas where the old. Hmm? Sorry, I didn't.
Aya, my next question is from you. How can organization from women into leadership? Please give me answer. I'm wait your answer, Maya. So please tell me.
Okay, so how can organizations encourage women into leadership? Good question. It's not just about saying we support women, it's about concrete action. Things like mentorship programs specifically for women, creating sponsorship opportunities, where senior leaders actively champion women for promotions, addressing unconscious bias in hiring and promotion processes. Flexible work arrangements are huge, as is affordable childcare. And importantly, creating a culture where women feel safe speaking up, sharing their ideas, and challenging the status quo. It's got to be a whole system change, not
Okay,
just a
Maya.
few quick
Maya, my
fixes.
next
Are
question
you
is from you. What are stereotypes about women in power? Please give me answer, Maya, and wait your answer.
okay? Series about women in power. There are a few that come to mind. Mrs. America's a really good one. It focuses on the fight over the Equal Rights Amendment and the different factions within the women's movement. The Crown has some amazing portrayals of powerful women, obviously focused on the British royal family. And then there's Madam Secretary, if fictional, but still explores the challenges of a woman holding high office. Honestly, it feels like more are coming out all the time, which is a good thing. Is there a particular genre you're leaning towards?
So, Maya, my next question is from you. How do social norms affect women leadership in opportunities? Please give me answer and wait your answer.
Ah, okay. Social norms? Like massively. They create these unspoken rules about how women should behave, what roles they should fill. Things like expecting them to be more nurturing or communal, which can be seen as weaknesses in a leadership context. There's also the pressure to prioritize family over career, which can derail their progress. And honestly, just the ingrained idea that leadership is traditionally a male thing, that's a huge hurdle. It creates bias, it limits opportunities, and it makes it harder for women to be seen as legitimate leaders. It's deeply embedded stuff, and changing it takes real effort. Just checking.
Maya, my next question
It's
is
okay to
from
be.
you. How do education shape female leader? Please give me answer and wait your answer.
Okay, that's a really important one. Education is foundational. It's not just about acquiring skills, it's about building confidence, developing critical thinking, and learning how to articulate your ideas. For girls and women, access to quality education, and I mean truly equal access, is crucial. It challenges those limiting social norms we just talked about. It shows them what's possible. And importantly, It provides them with the networks and support systems they need to succeed. It's also about the curriculum, ensuring it includes stories of successful female leaders and that it doesn't reinforce gender stereotypes. A good education empowers women to see themselves as leaders and to pursue their ambitions. You still with me? It's totally fine if you need a moment. Sometimes it feels like I'm just rambling and you're very quiet.
So Maya, my next question is from you that are girls encouraged to purchase leadership for a young age? Please give me answer, Maya, and get your answer. So please tell me.
Okay. UDAD is asking about encouraging leadership from a young age. That's a really good point. Um, and honestly, the answer is often no. Girls are often socialized to be polite, accommodating, and to prioritize relationships over achievement. Boys, on the other hand, are often encouraged to be assertive, competitive, and to take risks. That shapes their confidence and their willingness to step into leadership roles. We need to actively counter that. We need to encourage girls to speak up, to pursue their interests, to embrace challenges, and to see themselves as capable leaders, just like boys. It's about creating opportunities for them to develop those skills and build that confidence from a young age. And honestly, it starts with parents, teachers, and role models. Everything all right? You've been
Maya,
quiet
my
for a
next
minute.
question is from you. What role does mentorship play in developing women leaders? Please give me answer and get your answer.
Okay, Koshini from you asking about mentorship. That's huge. So, seriously, mentorship is often the key. It's about having someone who's been there, who understands the challenges, and who can offer guidance and support. A good mentor can provide feedback, help you navigate difficult situations, advocate for you, and simply believe in you when you're doubting yourself. It's especially important for women and other underrepresented groups who may not have the same access to networks and opportunities. It's more than just advice, it's about building a relationship and having someone who's invested in your success. You still there, Koshini? I'm happy to just hang out in silence if you need a moment, or we can switch gears. Just let me know. Okay. Well, if you're still processing, that's perfectly all right. I'll just be here. Don't hesitate to jump back in when you're ready. No pressure at all. Okay, Koshini. It sounds like maybe you need a little space. That's totally valid. I'm gonna just quietly wait here for you then. Take all the time you need.
Yeah, my next question is from you. How can leadership training be more inclusive for human? Please give me answer. I wait your answer, Maya.
Okay, good to hear from you again. Inclusive leadership training, that's key. A lot of traditional leadership programs are based on outdated models that privilege certain styles and characteristics, often masculine ones. To be more inclusive, training needs to acknowledge and value diverse perspectives and experiences. It needs to address unconscious bias and teach people how to create psychologically safe environments where everyone feels comfortable speaking up. It also needs to be accessible, meaning it needs to be affordable, flexible, and available to people from all backgrounds. And frankly, it needs to be led by diverse trainers who can model inclusive behaviors. It's about moving beyond one size fits all and recognizing that effective leadership comes in many forms.
Maya, my next question is from you. Do school teach enough about women role models? Please give me answer, Maya, and wait your answer.
Honestly, No, they really don't. History classes, in particular, often focus on the contributions of men while overlooking or downplaying the achievements of women. And even when women are mentioned, it's often in a limited or stereotypical way. We need to actively incorporate more stories of diverse female leaders into the curriculum, not just in history, but in science, art, literature, and all fields. It's about showing young people that women have always been innovators, pioneers, and change makers. Seeing those role models is so important for inspiring the next generation. It's a huge gap, honestly. You still with me, Coach Annie? It's okay if you just need to think things over. Just wanted to check in.
Maya,
All
my
right.
next question is
Well,
from you. What
I'm here
barriers
whenever
do
you're.
women face in corporate leadership? Please give me answer. I wait your answer.
Okay, a bit of a shift in focus. Biomanage asking about barriers for men. That's a good question to ask. It's not always about women facing all the challenges. Well, the barriers are different. They definitely exist. There's a lot of pressure on men to conform to traditional masculine stereotypes, to be strong, stoic, and always in control, which can make it hard for them to show vulnerability, ask for help, or prioritize work life balance. There's also increasing expectation to be allies and advocates for women, and navigating that can be tricky. And honestly, there's a fear of being perceived as weak or less ambitious if they take on more flexible work arrangements. It's a different set of pressures, but definitely pressures nonetheless. Just letting you know I'm still here. No need to respond if you're not feeling up to it.
Maya, my next question is from
Koshini,
you. How
if you
can
need.
HR department support women leaders? Please give me answer. I wait your answer.
Okay, good to hear from you again. So, how can HR support future leaders? A lot of ways. First, they need to do champion diversity and inclusion initiatives. That means proactively recruiting and promoting people from underrepresented groups. They also need to develop and implement leadership training programs that are inclusive and address unconscious bias. They can establish mentorship and sponsorship programs to help develop emerging leaders. And importantly, HR needs to create a culture of feedback and accountability where leaders are held responsible for fostering inclusive and equitable teams. Basically, HR has to be a strategic partner in building a leadership pipeline that reflects the diversity of the workforce. Still here, Koshini? If you need a little quiet time, that's totally fine. I'm happy to just be. Okay. Just let everyone know I'm still here.
Maya,
Whenever
my
you're
next
ready to
question
continue,
is
just let me
from
know.
you that please tell me, Maya, are promotions fairly distributions between men and women? Please give me answer. Maya, I wait your answer.
Okay. That's a really important question. Promotions, unfortunately, are often not evenly distributed. Studies consistently show that men are more likely to be promoted than women, even when they have the same qualifications and experience. There's a whole bunch of reasons for this. One is the broke in rung. Women are less likely to get promoted to that first level of management, which makes it harder to climb the ladder. Another is unconscious bias. Managers may unconsciously favor candidates who look and sound like them. And then there's the networking gap. Women often have less access to the informal networks that can help with promotions. It's a systemic issue, and frankly, progress is too slow. You okay, Koshini? It's been pretty quiet. I'm just checking in. No pressure to respond, but
This is our Maya. I hope you like it. I meet next video next month. Thank you and Allah Hafiz. Pakistan Zindabad. Jahan School Zindabad. Allah